Let's go back to the Fatia and Haris case. This once viral case sparked widespread public discourse about the state of freedom of expression in Indonesia, which was feared to be on the decline. However, in the end, Fatia and Haris were officially acquitted of all charges, and the resolution of this case instilled new optimism in public confidence in law enforcement in Indonesia. Shortly thereafter, the draft broadcasting bill emerged, posing yet another threat to freedom of the press and freedom of expression in Indonesia. In the end, the public is left questioning, is the state of law enforcement in Indonesia improving or deteriorating? For this reason, I am Fabian Abyasa Prasetyo, an undergraduate student of chemical engineering at Sebelas University with student number I05233038. I stand with you in our collective pursuit of better law enforcement in Indonesia. According to CNBC Indonesia, the case began when Fatia Mauridianti and Haris Azhar were reported by the Coordinating Minister for Maritime Affairs and Investment for the 2019-2024 period, after they created a content. The content contains several statements which were eventually reported. Fatia and Haris were charged with Article 27 Paragraph 3 of the Information and Electronic Transaction Law or UU ITE in conjunction with Article 45 Paragraph 3 of the ITE Law. Article 27 Paragraph 3 of the ITE Law before its revision was a rubber article, where the phrase defamation was very broad, leading to multiple interpretations and potential misuse. However, in this case, law enforcement in Indonesia was relatively good, with Fatia and Haris officially acquitted of all charges on January 8, 2024 by the East Jakarta District Court Panel of Judges. Following the Fatia and Haris case, the public became more optimistic about law enforcement in Indonesia, especially regarding freedom of expression and freedom of speech. However, this optimism soon faded by the emergence of the broadcasting bill, which has drawn widespread criticism. The controversial articles in the broadcasting bill have raised public doubts about the effectiveness of law enforcement in Indonesia. People are questioning whether law enforcement in Indonesia is truly good or still far from ideal. The broadcasting bill or RUU Penyiaran has recently become a hot topic on social media, sparking controversy among content creators and journalists. This is due to several articles in the bill that threaten to restrict freedom of the press and access to information, potentially weakening Indonesia's law enforcement and democratic systems in Indonesia. But what exactly is the broadcasting bill? The broadcasting bill is a regulation that will govern broadcasting activities in Indonesia. This bill was created to revise Law Number 32 of 202 on broadcasting, which is considered outdated with development of technology and industry. So, why is the public concerned about this broadcasting bill? Many people, especially journalists and content creators, oppose the broadcasting bill for various reasons, such as a lack of freedom of expression, abuse of authority, weakening law enforcement, and even weakening democracy in Indonesia. For example, Article 50B, Paragraph 2, letter C of the broadcasting bill. The article is considered to threaten press freedom because it prohibits the exclusive broadcast of investigative journalism. This point of prohibition contradicts with Article 4Q of Law Number 40, 1999 on the press. The article emphasizes that there is no room for censorship or banning journalistic works, including investigative journalism coverage. From here, it can be seen that law enforcement in Indonesia is running improperly because there is overlap between one article and another. Article 50B, Paragraph 2, letter K also contains a prohibition of the airing of broadcast content containing insults and defamation, which has the potential to become a rubber article and limit freedom of expression. With these articles, law enforcement in Indonesia will get worse, as there will be legal uncertainty. So, is law enforcement in Indonesia good or not? For me, the answer is pretty good. Why? For example, in the case of Fatia and Haris, the judge decided to acquit Fatia and Haris of all charges, which gave the public confidence that freedom of speech is still highly respected in this country. But the broadcasting bill seems to be in that dream that freedom of the press and freedom of speech will be curbed. As a result, the public will be reluctant to express their opinions, which could increase the government's opportunities for abuse of authority. Public trust in law enforcement will also decline, making it more difficult for law enforcement to carry out their duties effectively. Then, what is the solution? In order for law enforcement in Indonesia to run better, it is necessary to strengthen the human resource of law enforcers, strengthen the institutional system of law enforcement, and also prepare a good and transparent system so that law enforcement in Indonesia can run properly. As in the broadcasting bill, it needs to be clarified in terms of the definition and scope of broadcasting and still maintain freedom of speech. Thank you for watching this video. Together, we fight for a better law enforcement in Indonesia.